Hello there, Merry Christmas. Today we are going to go through the poem The Heart of the Tree, written by Henry Cuyler Bunner. This is one of the 5 poems that you have in your ICSE curriculum for class 9. It's a very easy poem. Almost all the lines are self-explanatory. Let's start. As the title suggests, you may have guessed, the poet will talk about the heart of the tree, but we must also consider, the poet will also speak about the heart of a tree planter, his gentleness, his kindness, his foresightedness, his responsibility towards the society, his doing civic good, his morality. All these things will take into concern when we will go through the poem. Let's start. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. What does a friend do? A friend will help you to grow. Similarly, we know that a tree grows, it completes its process of photosynthesis using the sunlight. Therefore, a sun of the sky can be considered as a friend of the tree. And the tree in turn grows up as if it tries to reach out for its friend. Therefore, one who plants a tree is actually planting a tree and also a friend of the sun. Then he plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. Now, consider 2 pictures. A picture of a flag moving, fluttering in the breezes freely, and the picture of the branches of a tree, okay, which is supported by the trunk, by the stem. A flag is also supported by a pole or a beam. Now 2 pictures. Shaft means a beam, or here it means a pole. You can also say a shaft means a trunk. Now a tree, the shaft of a tree supports its branches and the pole supports the flag. Both the flag as well as the branches of a tree, both they flutter, they wag when the breezes flow, when there is a breeze, and they move freely. Therefore, one is planting a tree is also planting a thing of beauty. Next, he plants a home to heaven and high, for song and mother croon of birds, in hushed and happy twilight heard the treble of heaven's harmony. Now, we'll start from backward. Treble means a high pitch. When you shout, when you scream, when you make a shriek, when you are excited, that pitch is called a high pitch. Okay, so treble is high pitch. Then twilight. Twilight is the time which is just before the onset of evening. Okay, just before the dusk. Then mother croon bird. Croon is a type of bird, and mother croon means a female croon bird. Anhai means close. Hushed means silent. Harmony means synchronization. Therefore, one who plants a tree, what happens is, when a mother croon bird returns home. Home is what? Home is a place where you find peace. A mother croon bird is happy because it's returning at the time of twilight. Now, at the time of twilight, all the animals, the birds which take shelter under a tree, they return to their home. Okay, so a mother croon bird is happy and is making the twilight happy, which is otherwise a silent twilight. It is happy. Why? Because it is returning to its home. Home is where you find peace. Heaven is also a place where you find peace. And as I said, close. So one who plants a tree is actually bringing the home and the heaven closer, because the animals, they find their home peaceful. They are getting a taste of the heaven too. Not only that, harmony, as I said, it's also a synonym with synchronization. It also means balance. Therefore, one who plants a tree also ensures the balance of the ecosystem. These things he plants who plants a tree. Therefore, one who plants a tree is planting a friend, is planting a thing of beauty, planting someone's home, planting someone's reason to be happy, and is also ensuring a balance in the ecosystem. Let's start with the poetic devices. I have already underlined the alliteration consonants. Starting off from here, what does he plant? Who plants a tree? This sentence will get repeated multiple times. Like before the very first line of the following stanzas also will be this question. So whenever you find an entire line getting repeated, that will be termed as a refrain. Not only that, this is also a question. The poet is also posing a question. What does he to plant a tree? He is given the answers also. Whenever you find a poet posing a question followed by the answers, then that will be termed as hypophora. That will be also termed as hypophora. In your exam, if you get an MCQ, like what is the figure of speech in the first line, then it is safer to write refrain, not hypophora. You will write refrain. Then flag of breezes free. Now, as I said, two pictures. Friend of the sun. Yes, a tree is a friend of the sun. Sun is also friend of the tree. But literally, a tree is not a human being that it can be a friend. Therefore, human attributes given associated with the tree, this will be termed as personification. Personification. Then flag, as I've said, two pictures, the pictures of the branches of the tree as well as the flag. Both have same qualities, a similar quality. Two different pictures but similar quality. What is that quality? They both flutters when the breeze flows. Therefore, these two pictures can be commonly termed as metaphor. Okay? Whenever you find two different images connected with a single meaning, like a common quality, that will be termed as metaphor. Then happy twilight. Now, twilight is basically not happy. Who is happy? Happy is the person who is actually planting the tree. This is called transferred epithet. Epithet means an adjective. Now, happy is an adjective, twilight is a noun. Who is actually happy? The happy is the person who is planting the tree. So, one who is planting the tree is a noun. This happiness is qualifying not only the twilight, it's actually qualifying the person who is planting the tree. So, this adjective is getting transferred, hence transferred epithet. More examples, if I say I had a sleepless night, night is not sleepless, it is I, noun, who had a sleepless night. I had a wonderful day, day is not wonderful, it is I who had a wonderful day. That is also example of a transferred epithet. Then treble. Treble is an example of metonymy. Metonymy is when a single word that will encompass the entire image of a subject, that will be termed as a metonymy. We will find more examples of metonymy in this poem. Like if I say the parliament, one word parliament will denote the prime minister, the council of ministers, etc., etc. If I say the wheel, take the wheel. Now wheel is just a part of the car. If I say take the wheel, it means you are actually in control of the car. That becomes an example of metonymy. So these are the answers of the question that he poses in the beginning, and these things he plants. Who plants a tree? This brings us to the end of the first stanza.